everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have some Halloween tips and tricks for you guys. I'm a mom of 4. I've been a mom for 16 years now. So these are some of the tricks that you might have not thought about. We all know, Halloween safety, all that stuff, but I have some amazing ideas for you guys. So the first thing, Halloween costumes. So if you are in a climate that is really cold, I know a lot of you are still warm. I live in Oregon. It is raining now. I think it's rained every day. It's getting quite cold. It's getting 30s. It gets kind of 50s, high 50, but it's starting to get really cold. So for the costumes, a lot of the costumes are so hard because we really have to wear jackets. We really have to bundle up, and the kids, you can't really see the kids' costumes. So I like to think outside the box, and you guys know I love to save money, and if I can stretch my dollar, I'm going to do that. So what I like to do, you guys, and hopefully your kids, you can get your kids on board with this idea too. So if you go to pretty much everywhere now, they have their PJs and they have the little onesie warm sleepers, and a lot of them have characters. So there's tons. There's Superman characters, there's unicorns, you name it. So instead of going out and buying your child a costume, what about getting them PJs? So now they have something that's kind of cute. It's nice and warm. You can put thermals underneath, really warm them up so that they're nice and warm. And then when they get home, they're in their PJs, and they're going to use it all the time. So if you have a child that doesn't necessarily like to play dress up, and you feel like, man, I'm spending all this money on a costume that they're going to use for maybe an hour, 2 hours, and then I'm throwing it away, I like to do PJs, because then they get to be like a little unicorn. So this is what we picked out for my little daughter. It's a little unicorn. I got this at TJ Maxx, and most of these are around $14 to $15, but you can get them, I've seen them at Target, Ross, Walmart, you name it. And if you can see, it's got little rainbows and unicorns, and this one has, so it doesn't have the foot, so she can get some nice warm boots. And what I like to do is at the Dollar Tree, they have the little hand warmers and foot warmers. So I would get the little foot warmers and I would break them so that they're nice and warm, and I would put them on their feet, like in their boots. And then some of these do have pockets. So if they do have pockets, I would take the pocket one, the warmers, and put them in their pockets. But this is just kind of something to think outside the box. That way your child will use it and continue to use it if you have children that don't really dress up and you don't want to spend a lot of money, because costumes can be expensive. So I like to buy the little sleepers. So I got this one for my daughter. She loves the little sleepers. My son, he's just going to be a football player. That's what he is. He already has his football gear, but he loves to wear these as well. I got this one at Target, and this is a space suit guy, or space guy. So I think these are excellent. And like I said, it's such hard sometimes because they're cold and they're tired, and then now you got to change them into PJs. It's just one less step for you. They can just fall right to sleep in their PJs, in their Halloween costumes, and then they can continue to wear them. This one also doesn't have any little feet, so he can wear any type of shoes, but just something kind of to think outside the box when it comes to Halloween costumes. So another thing is that we all give our kids glow sticks, and they usually wear them on their hands for bracelets and all that stuff. But what I really like to do is put them on their shoes. So I would just get a pack of bracelets, and a lot of times they have even the Velcro ones and the tie ones. You would take the bracelets and kind of lace them in their shoe, so now their shoes glow. It helps so much because now they can kind of see where they're going. It gets really dark, especially where I live and where we go. We don't have a lot of street lamps and lights, so it helps so much for the kids to see, kind of keep an eye on the kid as well, and you're not having, you can bring your flashlights as well, but I've been using this tip forever and I absolutely love it. So buy some of these and slide them in their shoelaces, or even with, if they have the Velcro, kind of slide it in the Velcro, and it works amazing, and it helps your kids see, and that way there's less falls and tumbles, and plus, I mean, they look cool. Another thing you can get at the Dollar Tree here are their little headlamps. I like to wear this around my waist or on my shoes as well. That way I'll have a flashlight, but if I wear it around my waist, it kind of lights up the path for the little ones, and I have my hands free, which is really important, especially you have little toddlers. You gotta have your hands free, or you put them on a leash, or however you do it, you pull them in a wagon. But I always find if you put these on your shoes, or you wear it kind of like a belt to illuminate the sidewalk, you have your hands free, and it helps a lot. So definitely these work great. You can get these at the Dollar Tree, and you know, they work amazing, and it kind of helps you less stress. And I mean, the more hands you have at Halloween, the more people you go with, the easier it is, depending on how many kids you take, to handle that. So I would definitely suggest wearing this kind of like as a belt buckle, putting it around your waist, wearing it on your shoes to help illuminate the walkway, and it works. It works, and I love it, and I do this every year. So you can get glow sticks all the time. These are really good, the little headband ones. I usually wear the headbands when I'm going trick-or-treating as well. Just something to make us more visible. So I'll usually wear the light up bracelets and the little headbands. And then if you have a stroller, I would say deck the stroller out with all your glow sticks too. That way it helps, because sometimes it gets really dark and it's hard to see, especially if you have a black stroller and you don't have any tape on it to reflect or anything. It's really hard to see, especially in the dark, trying to grab the stroller and stuff like that. So I would suggest taking the stroller and decking it out with all the little glow sticks. That way it's just a lot easier as well. And the one thing that I always do, that I always get compliments, and parents will stop me and go, that is such a genius idea. So everybody has kind of a trick-or-treat bucket bag, right? But you know how hard it is to it's super dark, no one can see. Sometimes your kids drop it. I mean, there's just a lot of things that happen on Halloween. You have little toddlers that have little breakdowns and tantrums, and can't find their bag, and it's dark, and you're trying to look around for their bag. So what I like to do is I like to take the bag, and then I like to take a whole bunch of glow sticks, because they're pretty inexpensive, and you want to break them up and put them inside the bag. So now the bag is glowing when the kids go to knock to door. It helps too. They can see the bag, throw the candy in, and it helps keep track of the bag and track of your kids as well. The more a light you can give, I think it's great, the better it is. So I would highly suggest to take the little glow sticks, break them up and put them in the bag, and then that way it illuminates, and then it doesn't really go to waste, because the kids are excited, they come home, they can use them as night lights at night, that night. So that's one thing that I've always done, and it's worked amazing. Taking Halloween pictures can be so much fun. It brings back so many memories when you look upon the pictures and things. But if you have little kids, sometimes it can be really rough and just hard. So I usually have always done kind of a mini photo shoot before, kind of like a try-on during the day. So let's try on your outfit. Let's pretend, if we're doing makeup, let's do your makeup and take those pictures a few days before. That way it's not so stressful, because I know you guys, as a mom of four, sometimes you're trying to get everybody ready. You're just getting off work. I mean, So many things are happening kind of all at the same time. The kids are excited, they want to go, and it's not even dark yet, and you've got trick-or-treaters knocking at your door. I mean, it can be chaotic. And so I would suggest doing that if you do have time. It works out wonderful. You'll take amazing pictures, and then you won't have to stress about Halloween night. If you do them, try to do them earlier in the day if all possible. But if you do them at night, my best tip is go under a street lamp. So I think those make the beautiful pictures. Have them stand under a street lamp and then take the picture. It comes out great. Don't use your flash. Do not use your flash. That can ruin your picture, but that's kind of another picture tip that I've always done, and I'm glad I did it because I have all these great, amazing pictures, and they're old memories, and they're so little for so short amount of time. So I would suggest doing that. Okay, so my last tip, and it's a good one, I always bring a backpack. So if you have kids that they have to have their swords, and they have to have the princess shoes and the crown and all these accessories, and what really ends up at the end of the night, or not even really the end of the night, is we are stuck carrying all this stuff because they find that they don't want to carry it anymore, or they keep dropping it, or whatever it is. Oh my goodness, I have been there so many times. So what I like to do is bring a backpack with me, and if they need to change their shoes into tennis shoes, they hurt, then you have tennis shoes ready, put their tennis shoes on, take their other shoes, put it in the backpack. If they have crowns, have any accessory, and it keeps falling off, or they just don't want to hold it anymore, if you have a toddler that's having a meltdown and things are going everywhere, you can quickly take all that stuff up, put it in your backpack. Now you have free hands, and that is so important. I also bring water and snacks and things like that because it can be tiring. You can get thirsty, so I would suggest water and snacks, extra diapers, extra wipes. Definitely a little harder when you have little ones that are being potty trained, so try to refrain giving them any liquid before you go out. Make sure they go to the bathroom. I mean, all this stuff is kind of common sense, but I would definitely put stuff in the backpack for you as well. Aspirin, extra batteries, and things like that to make sure that you guys have a fun night. Your hands are free, and you can prepare for the meltdowns or anything else that should arise. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope my tips and tricks helped you, and if you have any that you suggest, please let everybody know down in the comment section below. I hope everybody has a happy and fun Halloween. I love trick-or-treating with my kids. It is so much fun. And if you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscription button on the way out. Click the little bell so you are notified, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.